Namah Shivaya. Namaskaram to all Armas. Peace to humanity brings world peace. But today, the peace in the world is disturbed at various parts. One of the reasons for this is the religious intolerance that is prevailing throughout the world. If you see the war between Israel and Palestine, Israelis are Jews, Palestinians are Islamists. If you see the war between India and Pakistan, mainly related to Kashmir, it's related to Hindus and Muslims. Similarly, between Iran and Iraq, Iran is a Zoroastrianism, they follow Iraq Islamism. Like Ukraine and Russia, Afghanistan and US. Like this, at various places, at various times, the wars have been taken place mainly because one of the factors being the religious intolerance. But if you see the religious gurus, when they propounded their philosophies, they taught only one thing: how people can live a peaceful life by realizing their inner values. In all religious philosophies, that was the deal. They aim only for salvation. They only aim for peace to humanity. So in that respect, if you see the various religions that have come in the world, each relates to a particular area. So for instance, Hinduism has come from India. Islam has come from Mecca and Medina. It is in Middle Eastern countries. Similarly, in Israel, Jerusalem, Judaism and Christianity has come. In Iran, the Persians, Zoroastrianism came. And in India, we have other religious factors like Jainism, Sikhism, then Buddhism also. Buddhism has gone from India to China and other places. So, if you see, the majority of people following the religions, various religions comes to mind. What are they? Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, Judaism, Zoroastrianism and Sufism. Here if you see, Hindus, we follow mainly our philosophical factor, Bhagavad Gita. Of course, we have Upanishads, various Puranas, all these things are there to highlight the truth as to how man has to attain salvation. In Christianity, we have the Holy Bible. Holy Bible has got two parts, Old Testament, New Testament. The Old Testament is followed by the Jews, that is Judaism, and the New Testament is followed by Christianity. And Islam, we have the Holy Quran. And similarly, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is a religion followed by Parsis from Iran. And Sufism. Sufism is followed in the Sindh province in the upper Afghanistan and Pakistan areas. Sufism, Zoroastrianism, Islam, all these seem to be somehow, they follow the basic Islamic factors. So today, our mission and vision is to tell the truth to the mankind that all religious philosophy shows path for human peace and not for human destruction. We are using our discriminative intelligence to ensure the supremacy of our religion, especially people at the helm of the affairs. They use the religion to establish the supremacy, and in the process they are going against the people who are raising objections, and they are accusing all these things are happening in various places. But the ultimate truth is all religious philosophies show only path for human peace, not for human destruction. And to know this truth, we are going to deal about these 9 religious philosophies, what it taught to mankind. So, the mission and vision what my Atma Guru, the Paramatma has given is that to bring this 9 religious philosophies in a consolidated way and spread this throughout the world to highlight the truth that all religions are same. The basic crux, the principles of all the religious philosophies are for human peace and non-human destruction, and highlight the people that throughout the world, people who follow any religion, all are forming one family. Religion is based on people's language, people's tradition, all these things. It has come in different places in different forms. But ultimate goal of all the religious philosophies is to bring peace to mankind and attain salvation. So his instruction is to highlight this truth, to make all the people following different religious philosophies to come as one harmonious family called Vasudeva Kutumbakam. And we all have to form as one single family. And we should see that how we can able to contribute for our brothers and sisters in the entire world family, and see we uplift them to come out of that economic downtrodden status to a living state, so that all the people live peacefully, and when all people live peacefully, there will not be any calamity, there will not be any terrorism, and there will be real peace in the world. That's what he says. To spread this mission, to spread this, all religious philosophies show the same truth of peace and salvation to mankind, and let us all join together as a single family and see that we contribute our part, especially people in developed nations, individually, corporates and government. Individual social responsibility, corporate social and government social, through which the people in the developed nations and people also, and elite people in developing nations, whomsoever it may concern, they all should join as a group and form a trust and see that they adopt villages, they adopt countries, especially in the third world countries, underdeveloped countries, and see that they contribute for the economic growth of our own brothers and sisters of the world family, and see that we bring the entire family into a prosperous world by which we bring real peace in the world. And for individual peace, he has given to spread the mission of Atma Siddhi Yoga for kids, children, youth, adolescents, adults, youth, and elders and seniors. He has given the chair of expert. So that is for peace to individuals, and this mission of spreading all religious philosophies to the world is to spread that to unite all the people of the world as one family and make everybody to contribute for the upliftment of our own brothers and sisters in the world, and see that we bring real peace in the world. And to highlight this truth about various religious philosophies, today we will touch upon the important slokas from the 9 religious philosophies and see how they contribute for the peace and salvation of the humanity at large. So in that, let us first touch upon our Hinduism, where we touch upon Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Here, what it says, how a person can attain enlightenment. Enlightenment is the path for salvation. It says that enlightened one who is unperturbed alike in pleasure and pain, gain and loss, success and failure, victory and defeat, is free from all mental attachments, and indeed is worthy of immortality. What it says is, if you want to find real peace inside you, you should not get attached to these pleasures and pain. Pleasures and pain are nothing but the good and bad karmas releasing, because you have taken the birth to release your karmas. And in this path, in this life, you come across a lot of ups and downs. Ups means pleasures, downs means pains. So you come across pains and pleasures, gain and loss, success and failure, victory and defeat. All these you come across in our life. All the path for release of our positive and negative karma, because we need to release both positive and negative karmas. When all the karmas are released, positive and all karmas are released, then only we can attain Jivan Mukti as salvation. And that is the immortality means salvation. That is, there is no return, there is no rebirth, you become Chiranjeevi. And if you see in Christianity, as I told you, in the Bible, the Old Testament deals with Judaism. What Judaism says is, in Judaism we have the Psalms. Psalms are prayers. There, the prophets teach about true happiness. Happy are those who reject the advice of evil man. So if the evil man, if people rejects the advice of evil man, they can be happy. Because evil man always teaches how to how to tell lies, how to create harm to others. So that gives guiltiness. That gives to overcome that. When your mind is free from guiltiness, then you will be happy. Who do not follow the examples of sinners are join those who have no use for God. So the real people should be those who do not follow the path of sinners, or who do not have any faith in God. They should not join with them. Instead, they find joy in obeying the law of Lord. So those find joy, happiness, who follow the instructions of Lord. And they study it day and night. That is what Bible, the prophets, the teachings as to how to reach God. They will read and they follow it and find joy in it. They succeed in everything they do. So when you follow the path of righteous path, that is path of success, that leads to path of success. But sinners will be condemned by God and kept apart from God's own people. Sinners who do not believe God, who are atheists, who follow the wrong path, they will be condemned by God. The righteous are guided and protected by Lord, but the evil is on the way to their doom. This is what Judaism tells to mankind, that always you should follow the righteous path. You should follow the instructions of Lord. Similarly, in the New Testament of the Holy Bible, we have these teachings about Christianity. There, the true happiness is explained by Lord Jesus Christ, who say, happy are those who are humble. They will receive what God has promised. So happy are those who are humble. Humble means one who respects others, one who sees God in others, one who sees the Creator in everybody. They will receive what God has promised. So one who respects others, one who be kind, one who be generous, so they will be respected by God. They receive all the good things from God. Happy are those whose greatest desire is to do what God requires. So what God requires, you should be always straightforward. You should not tell lies. You should be genuine. You should be honest. You should be diligent. So all these things, you should be kind. You should be generous. All these things are godly nature. One who follows this godly nature, they can find happiness, and they will be under the good books of the Lord. God will satisfy them fully. Happy are those who are merciful to others. You should be always merciful. Whoever commits wrong against you, you should show mercy to them. God will be merciful to them. If you are merciful to others, God will be merciful to you. Happy are the pure in heart. They will seek God. Happy are those who work for peace. God will call them His children. One who works for peace, they are the happiest people. Because when you go deep inside, your Sukshma Sara experience, then you see all the Atmas inside you. Then you try to find peace in others. That only can bring peace in you. Because you see God in everyone. So when you see God in everyone, God will be called as children of God. That's why Jesus is called children of God. So this is what the true happiness in Matthew's, what Jesus Christ told to mankind. Now let us come to Holy Quran. In Surah 3, Al-Imran, it says, the man of understanding say, our Lord Allah, let not our hearts deviate from the truth after you have guided us. Allah has guided us to follow the path of truth. Let us not deviate from the path of truth. They pray to Allah and grant us mercy from you. And they surrender to God and ask for mercy. Truly, you are the bestower, our Lord. Verily, it is you who will gather mankind together on the day about which there is no doubt. So one who follows the path of truth, they will be blessed by Allah. Verily, Allah never breaks His promise. Those who spend their wealth in the cause of Allah without boasting, they will have the reward with their Lord. So those who have rich people, those who have spent the money in the name of Allah, without boasting themselves. That is, I am doing for Allah like that. They should not boast themselves. They will be blessed by Allah. They have nothing to fear, nor will they grieve. Kind words and forgiveness are better than charity, followed by insult. Kind words and forgiveness. What it says is, you should be always to kind and show kind words, and you should always forgive. It is better than giving charity and insulting people. Because rich people, what they do, out of pride, they do charity. At the same time, they insult people while giving charity. You beggars like that. They give charity and the same insult the people. That is very bad. Allah God is rich, free of all needs, and is most forbearing. Allah is rich, but He is free from all needs. He doesn't need anything. He is free from all attachments. So this is what the good things Quran tells about how people should lead a righteous path. They should be generous, and they should have the feeling of forgiveness, kind-heartedness. In Buddhism, Buddha explains about the desire. He says, if desire which lies at the root of human passion can be removed, what Buddha says, desire should be removed, which is the root of all human passion, then passion will die out and all human suffering will be ended. So passion is attachment. You get attached because of desire. When passion goes, when desire is removed, when desire is removed means the passion, attachment to that thing or a person dies out. And all human sufferings will come to an end. This is called the truth of cessation of suffering. Truth of cessation of suffering. Because when you get attached, when you have passion for anything, if that thing doesn't, your desire is not get fulfilled, or somebody create an obstacle for you achieving that desire, fulfilling that desire, then you get angry, then you get jealousy, then you get hatred, and then you get vengeance attitude against the person. So this adds more sufferings to yourself, and you create sufferings to others also. You say that desire should be removed first, then the passion will die, and you will find real peace in you. In order to enter into the state where there is no desire and no suffering, one must follow a certain path. The stages of this noble eight path, Buddha says, the eight noble paths. What are they? Right view. So whatever you have, your view should be right, divine. And right thought. The thought should be right. Right thought means divine thoughts. You should not have thought which create a destruction of others. You should have a thought of generosity. You should have a thought of kindness. You should have a thought of universal love towards all. Right speech. So when you speak anything, you should speak with kindness. You should speak with smile. You should not speak that hurts others. Right behavior. So when you talk to others, when you move with others, you should not show pride. You should be humble. Right livelihood. So you should lead a simple and a simple living, austerity, life of austerity. Right effort. So whatever effort you do, that effort should be in the right path. You should not do things which are in the wrong path to earn more money. And right mindfulness. What is that right mindfulness? So whatever you think, whatever you do, it should be of divine in nature. And right concentration. So whatever work you do, you dedicate yourself on that work. See God in that work. That leads to concentration. This is called the truth of noble path to the cessation of the cause of suffering. When one follows this thing, they will be free from suffering, he says, Buddha. Now let us come to the sixth religion, Jainism. About self-restraint, what Mahavira says. Just as a tortoise draws its limbs into its own shell, a wise man should withdraw his senses from evil by spiritual exertion. You see, in the tortoise, when it sees its enemy, it drags its forelegs and its head inside the shell to save itself from getting harmed. Similarly, our mind, we should, whenever you see anything bad that creates a feeling of desire, anger, jealousy, hatred, you should draw your mind inside yourself. All these five senses is buddhi, sixth sense. Everything you should draw inside. How? Through spiritual exertion, through meditation. When a wrong deed is committed consciously or otherwise, the aspirant should immediately desist from that and never repeat it. But what happens since we are in the Maya world? We, without our knowledge, we get attracted and we commit mistakes and we get anger, desire, hatredness, all these things. But immediately we should do Atma Vicharana and see that, okay, we have committed mistake. At least let me realize that next time when I face similar situation, I will not commit this sin. So, this is the Atma Vicharana resolution one should take for in Jainism it says. Just as a horse can be controlled by a bridle, the sensual pleasures and passions can be overcome by knowledge, meditation and power of penance. So knowledge of scriptures, knowledge from the scriptures which are given by our ancient yogis, our gurus, prophets, their experience, their divine knowledge, one should read and follow. And you should do meditation and penance. A deep austerity should be followed. The sense organs, well controlled by the reins of scriptural knowledge, are beneficial to realizing the self. So, scriptural knowledge gives Jnana Yoga, and meditation is Raja Yoga, and power of penance. This is the most powerful path to attain the divine Samadhi state, where when you reach the real kind of detachment comes, that will lead you to self-realization. Now we come to the seventh religion, Sikhism. From Holy Guru Granth Sahib, by Guru Nanak, he has given to the Sikhism how man can attain the salvation. I have sold my body and mind to the Guru, so you should totally surrender to Guru. The true Guru has united me in union because they follow the Guru path. So he will unite you with the God. O Nanak, with that God, you are the cherisher of all beings. You keep the account of our breaths and morsels of food. So, whatever we do, our breath and morsels of food, everything is counted. You abide within the Gurmukh, O my soul. Chant the name of Lord, the mind will be pleased and at peace. So always you should chant the name of God. So, whatever work you do, you see God in that work. You chant the name and you feel peace in it. The raging fire within is extinguished. The raging fire of desire, anger, jealousy, hatredness, greed, everything, it get extinguished. The Gurmukh obtains spiritual wisdom. The chanting of Guru, the God's name continuously while doing all your work will bring you real spiritual wisdom. Know the state of your inner being. Meet with the Guru and get rid of your skepticism. So go inside, the ultimate, I told you, the ultimate Guru is inside you. Go and surrender to him. He will remove all your skepticism, all your doubts about how to lead your life in this Maya world, and see that you work, you fulfill your duties without attachment and release all karmas. Now we come to eighth religion, Zoroastrianism. Zarathustra is the prophet of Zoroastrianism. He says, he asks for grace. First I pray to Ahura Mazda. Paramatma is called Ahura Mazda in Zoroastrianism. In humility, with outstretched hands for the grace of God's Holy Spirit. So he prays to God. I surrender, totally surrender to Him. Action to all ideas and wisdom of love, whereby I may comfort the soul of the world. So what he prays for, the path of righteousness and wisdom of love, totally universal love, whereby I may comfort the soul of the world. O God, my Lord, I who aspire to reach you through love, let me be given of both worlds, bodily and spiritual. The blessings by righteousness where you bring the faithful into light. So, what he asks is, both we should bodily and spiritually, we should go in the righteous path, so that bodily we fulfill our duties, spiritually we attain enlightenment, by which we lead a peaceful life, at the same time release all our karmas without attachment. And that is the truth is explained in this Zoroastrianism. Last is ninth is Sufism. Rumi is the prophet of Sufis. Rumi describes the heart. He says what I describe the heart. Heart is the place of Atma and Paramatma. The light of the heart, which is reason, illumines the light of the eye. So reason means light of the heart. So he says, in the light in the heart is the reason, illuminate the light of eye. So people say, eye is the reflection of mind, they say. If you are in your heart, if there is generosity, is there divinity that is reflected through your eyes. That is, the sense of the sight and thereby enables it to discern the real quality of the objects which it perceives. So whatever you see, if you see with divinity, that is reflected in your eyes. The heart sees with divinity means it is reflected in the eyes. So when you are kind, your eye shows the kindness. But when your heart is kind, your eye shows your kindness. Hence it may be said, the light of eye is produced by the light of hearts. So whatever your light in your eyes, if you are crooked, if your eyes is filled with lust, that shows what your heart feels. If your eyes shows kindness, what it shows. If your eyes shows jealousy, what it shows. That is the thing what is your heart feels. So the heart, the light in the eye is a reflection of light in the heart. Both these lights have the source in the transcendent light of God. So when your heart is filled with godly consciousness, divinity, then naturally your eyes will show the divinity, will show the generosity, kindness, everything, and see the universal love through that. That's what. So in Sufism, what it tells you, your heart should be always filled with divinity, and then your actions through your eyes, your senses, will be divine. So like that, all the 9 religions tells to mankind how one has to lead a peaceful life. So we have seen about the 9 religious philosophies. So the crux of these religious points is to tell the truth to mankind, that all religions show paths for human peace and not human destruction. Let us shed our differences on account, caste, creed, religion, and see that all human beings are all our brothers and sisters. They are all one family, one world family, and we should contribute individual social responsibility, corporate social responsibility, government social responsibility to uplift the economic status of people. This is social upliftment, and spiritually we have to emancipate through learning from these scriptures how we have to see God in us and God in everyone. And for individual peace, the Atma Siddhi Yoga has been taught, by which one can follow to find the real inner peace, by which when you see God inside you, the scriptures will show how to enlighten yourself through the Jnana Yoga about the God religious status. So the scriptures followed by Atma Siddhi Yoga will give the feeling of universal brotherhood that enables you to fulfill your duties as an individual, corporate, government, social, to uplift the people of the entire world family and see that we bring real peace in the world, real peace to humanity. And this is the vision, this is the instruction my Atma Guru has given, and he has to spread throughout the world and go throughout the world and to spread this mission of all religious philosophies, Atma Siddhi Yoga, and to highlight to mankind, to bring the entire world as a one family, so that we all create a beautiful, peaceful world. So let us all work on this and bring in real peace in the world and realize that we are all one family, one religion, universal religion, and know about all religious philosophies. Ultimately, he has given the vision of the World Peace Temple to be built, where all religious philosophies will come around and the center the Atma Siddhi Yoga Dhyan for individual peace surrounding his world peace. Let us work for the universal peace. Thank you.